Hey, what's up? This is J. Lucky Henry, and today we're going to talk about how do real estate agents get paid. They ask me how I know it'll be okay. This is J. Lucky Henry, Keller Williams agent in the greater Boston area. You won't believe how many people need to get real, R-E-A-L, real estate explained amazingly by Lucky in 90 seconds, give or take. Welcome back, this is J. Lucky Henry. So, big question, how do real estate agents get paid? So we get paid on commission, right? So everything we do is commission based. Are there exceptions like retainers and stuff like that? Sometimes it can happen where you get a retainer to retain the services of maybe searching for a very exquisite or super rare type of property, but generally everything is commission based. So what does that mean? That means we don't get paid until our job is successfully completed. So if you engage a broker or listing agent, real estate agent, working for the broker to list your property and sell it, what has to happen is they have to find a buyer willing and able to purchase this property, and until that moment, they don't get paid, right? Until that buyer actually hands the seller and the closing attorney that check for the property, the agent doesn't get paid. Same side on the buyer side. They have to go around with buyers and look at different properties, and until the buyer actually finds a property, the buyer doesn't get paid. Buyer's agent doesn't get paid. So who's actually doing the paying? 90% of the time, maybe a little bit higher, right? It's a general estimation. The listing agent charges the seller a commission amount. Then that amount is split between the buyer's agent and the listing agent. Basically, it's the listing agent's way of saying, thank you for bringing a qualified buyer to this property, right? Here's some commission from that as well, because you did your job successfully, made my job a little bit easier. And the buyer's agent saying, thank you for marketing this property so well and allowing me to find my buyer a place. The seller is happy because they engaged the listing agent to market the property and find a buyer, and that happened. And the buyer's happy because they didn't have to pay anybody, right? So, well, they paid for one thing, they paid for the house. They actually shell out the most amount of money. So that's really how it works, right? Listing agent is hired by the seller, seller pays listing agent, buyer agent is hired by buyer, buyer does not typically pay buyer's agent. Upon completion of the sale, seller pays listing agent pays buyer agent, everyone goes home happy. That's how we get paid. What percentage is it? Very good question. The percentage is completely negotiable, and it's actually illegal for us to communicate with each other and set sort of a industry standard. So whenever you hear people say, oh, the standard is this, they're talking about their standard, but they better be talking about their standard, because there can be no uniform standard. The whole point of the free market and a competitive market is so that the consumer, you people, get the best possible rate at the best service. There is no, we're all gonna charge this, and if they don't wanna do business with us, then they don't get our services. That's why new agents will do crazy things as low as 1%. You see companies that offer as low as 1% online, and other agents offer as high as 10, 19, I don't know about 19, but maybe 10, right? Who knows? It's all negotiable, and sure, there may be a general consensus of what people feel like is happening in their area, but by no means anything standard. Talk to your real estate agent directly and figure out what works best for both of you. That's how we get paid. This is J. Lucky Henry, and I'm here to keep it real with you. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call or text 978-712-0244 and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more. Another way they ask me how I know